What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Jay, and I'm back with another video, man. And today, man, we back with more of this YNW Melly trial, man. Basically in this video about, I'm guessing, one of the people that's on trial against YNW Melly that died, their father is saying that whatever happens to YNW Melly, he deserves. Basically saying if he gets the death penalty, he should deserve it for betraying his son. And y'all, but let's see what's going on and get my reaction. Today should be my last day doing reactions for him that happened like this week, last week, cause I think week two starts tomorrow. So I'm gonna finish everything from week 1 today, and I'm gonna drop it all today so I can do all that shit for week 2 tomorrow. And whenever that happens, all right. Make sure boy like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Oh God, I'm about to jump straight in the video, y'all boy.
Defense attorneys are saying the state can't prove its case, but it's my understanding you believed from the very beginning that Melly was responsible for your son's death and the death of Anthony.
From the day one, I believe that
day one
Melly
is crazy.
was responsible for my son's death on October
day one is
26th
crazy.
when I first heard the story, because his explanation when I finally talked to him in court and on a FaceTime, their response and how they was reacting, they showed no remorse. They didn't act like they was grieving, like they lost a best friend or nothing. They was, in my opinion, they was in the best spirits. They never came to town, never came to my son's funeral, never came to Sack funeral. And these are best friends. He passed straight through the county of Indian River, went to Brevard and did a music video, but he couldn't even stop and pay his condolences to his best friend's mom. He even got Jana tatted on his neck. That's why his defense attorney got him wearing turtlenecks and shirts to hide his neck, because he got Jana tatted on his neck. That's Sack mom's name, and he got Chris' name and Sack name. And this guy, that guy is just, I have no words for that guy.
That's crazy.
What was it in particular that was said on that FaceTime that made you think that Melly was responsible?
Nothing was said. Actually, like the demeanor. It was like the body language, really. Like I was just reading them, and as I'm telling them and asking them questions, I got so emotional I started crying. They wasn't reacting to. They act like they didn't have to take a loss at all. That's how I took it. And then when I was talking to them, I still had in the back of my mind that something's not right. Something's not right.
Did they tell you anything about what they claimed happened with the drive-by they claim happened?
No. They had absolutely no explanation. Like, we had to figure it out just like the police.
Chris, why do you think that this happened? Why do you think, Melly did this? Because, Melly is on trial. The state has to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt that he committed these crimes. But why do you think this happened?
I think the story about the $200,000 with Anthony was a true story, because it's not reported, but Chris told me the same story. And also it was a $500,000 play. And Melly was going to get $200,000. Sack was going to get $200,000. Chris was going to get $100,000. And as I'm hearing it from Chris, they was going to sell the YNW brand, not a record deal or nothing like that. It was like for the brand itself. And by them being founding members, they was going to get a piece of the pie. So I don't think Melly did it on his own. I think that manager guy got in his ear and did a little divide and conquer. Because if it was up to Sack, it would never be a 100K management.
They were going to sell the YNW name for licensing or to sell products? Or what do you mean they were going to sell the name?
For marketing, licensing, stuff like that. I think they want to go up on the big umbrella just to push them, I think. Push the brand more global. That's what I'm thinking. And
so you think that Melly wanted a bigger cut of that then?
I think Melly didn't want to give them guys nothing. He wanted to be the only one to shine. And then they came to town next day and gave the mothers $15,000, the other mother $10,000. So I thought to myself, if Sack was going to get $200,000, Chris was getting $100,000. If we could pay these people $25,000, keep $275,000, that's how I saw it. It just nothing added up. Melly still to this day to be for me to hear him call them boys his best friend is an insult. That is an insult.
Was there any sign of bad blood before your son's life was taken, before Anthony was killed? Or was there any tension there that you knew of?
Not with Juvy, not with Chris, but you heard things about him and Anthony getting into like altercations about disputes about money over certain situations, and they got in a fight prior to that, and they said, like, the story that they say Sack beat him up and knocked his goals out in front of his girlfriend, and like 2 days later, I think that's when the incident happened.
Chris, I know that something that has to be really hard about this is the fact that there are relatives
that boy Melly felt played.
Of Cortland Henry who are also relatives of the victims.
Yes. Chris and Cortland share a sister, and she's my daughter. Her and Chris had the same dad, which is me, and her and Cortland share the same mom. And she took the side of Melly. She still to this day screens Free Melly all on her Facebook, Instagram. She'll go live with Free Melly shirts, and they just got her brainwashed with the money. They just showered her with gifts in Portland and got my daughter just brainwashed to the fact that she wishing the killer of her brother was free. I just don't understand that. That's a heartbreaking feeling, man.
Oh. This is getting too deep. I don't care. I don't crazy.
For me to see that daily, her saying that, that's just heartbreaking.
Do you talk to your daughter about this?
We haven't talked. She was living with me up until the time shortly after the funerals, and then we went our separate ways. I haven't talked to her in over 2 years.
So it sounds like you've lost 2 children.
Yes, ma'am. And them the 2 that look like me the most, and it's crazy.
Are you hoping that this trial, maybe at the end, things can change with your daughter?
Yeah, once she see the truth and them boys get convicted, I'm hoping that her whole demeanor change. But knowing them, they're going to be like, wait till the appeal. He's still innocent. Wait till the appeal. But just have to wait and see, man. It's going to be a process.
I feel like so often you get into the evidence and really the victims get lost in these trials. Just any final words about your son?
It's always forever long live Juvy. I miss him and love him to death. He got a lot of Melly fans that be spamming my inbox and all over. Even y'all guys chat to my Free Melly. But one of their loved ones was to get murdered. And imagine the whole world saying free the alleged killer of that guy. It just make you feel some type of way and just want to crash out yourself because, I don't know, first they trying to make it seem like Chris and Sack was extorting Melly, which is a false narrative that his camp painted. That was never true. And Chris never did nothing to nobody. No, they can't even say nothing he did to Melly. Nothing that they can't show anything that made him want to do anything to Chris. And that's what got me the way I'm feeling because Chris never did anything, and he loved that dude. That dude did that to him. I never accept that. And to everybody that's on his side, is on the opposite side of me.
If he's convicted, would you like him to get the death penalty? Because he's the first person to go, have the death penalty as a potential punishment since the law changed, lowered the threshold for it.
Yes, 9 for a 9. Old Testament.
Eye for an eye. That's crazy.
I think he deserved it. Because they showed no remorse. They still trying to badmouth these boys. And when it happened, Melly and Kristen had Instagram pages. He went on his page. They went on his page. Whoever took all the pictures down of Kristen on Anthony and made it look like they was never existed. If he's so innocent, they never put up a reward to find the killer. They never did a tribute. They never did anything. They even pushed Chris' funeral back from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. just so Melly could make it, and he still didn't show up. And he never showed up to Sack funeral. So that's your best friend, and you don't even come to the funeral? I don't know, man. That guy deserves everything coming his way. And I have no sympathy for him.
Finally find that
Damn, that shit was deep as a business now. Shit, but basically what I get from that was, you know, that shit hell as a bitch. Basically, when the shit first happened, you know, the dad asking what going on, Melly them boy ain't have a story to tell him what happened. Which is he basically saying that the story they got in the courtroom right now saying that it was a shooting is false. Because if it was a shooting, he would have told the father that or whatever. Whoop the whoop. And the father just like, if they so-called best friends or whatever, why you ain't been to the funeral, you know, all that, whoop the whoops, you know. Delete all the pictures on the IG, you know, no tribute, no none of that, whatever. That shit is hell. That shit is hell. And it got me thinking. It ain't got me thinking, I already knew, like, them boy guilty as a bitch. But I don't want to say that to everybody else. But yeah. And the daughter is saying free Melly. And that's her brother. This shit is kind of hell, y'all, boy. I ain't about to lie. But like them boys say, they ain't gonna know what's gonna happen till, you know, it happens. So, y'all boy, that's really all I got for this right here. This shit is kind of hell. This is really hell, for being real. But that's all I got, man. Let me know what y'all boy think, man. Make sure y'all boy like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. I think I did. This is my first one, so I think I got 3 left. I think I got 3 left for last week's trial left. So I'm 3 more videos a day after I drop this. That's it, y'all boy. Until next video. Yeah.
Use that polo, don't let nobody see you, man. Too much mud, sipping on junk burrito, man. Scroll through pictures of myself, gotta face my demons. If no one else, I'm doing myself, I plan to leave it, man. Front on, I'm gon' leave on.